Hello. So we're back. It's our daily reading. Last night I uploaded another video. It was a random video, and it kind of was connected ultimately to this Pisces new moon, as I found as I was watching other readers. But we were talking about sacred rage, and I don't know if that's going to continue on today, but I just hit shuffle on my, oh my God, I had a dream with a butterfly in it. Anyways, I hit shuffle on my cart, on my music playlist, and 444, the song by 444, the song by Jay-Z came up. And I wonder if that's connected to what we're talking about today, but I'm not going to put any, impressions onto it. So we're just going to let Spirit speak, and we'll see where we end up today. All right, Spirit. Oh, and we're continuing, I'm pretty sure we're continuing on with our ancestral healing messages. So what's going on? Ancestors, speak to us. That Nine of Swords. I was really going to say that Nine of Swords loves coming out, and it's here again. It's here. Oh my God, and then there's the Ace of Swords. 10 of Swords all together. But that Nine of Swords, it will not leave us alone. It's like all of this stuff needs to come out. It's almost like it's like, oh my God, you know what it is? What I'm immediately getting is that Spirit is giving us the choice. We get to decide if we want to experience the 10 of Swords or not. We're in the nine of Swords state, and it's kind of like we're suspended there because there's a lot of grieving, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of stuck energy, a lot of unworthiness, feelings of unworthiness. So we're in the Nine of Swords state where there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of feeling incapable, feeling unaware, feeling all this stuff. But we're not at the 10 of Swords yet. And it's almost like Spirit is asking if it's okay to give this final, to like end it all. Ooh, I'm gonna have to take this off. Oh my God, it's hot. It's hot. Just pull off my wig. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the beach today because it's giving hot. Holy hell. Sorry. It's almost like Spirit is asking us if, it's almost like Spirit's asking us to put the sword in our own back. You know what I mean? Let me try and not just show you my legs. Put the sword in our own back. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to stab yourself in the back? And you're not doing it blindly. You're not doing it like this is not self-sabotage. This is you actually just getting over and doing what needs to be done. It's that kind of energy. It's like, it's just making the final decision, making the final call. It's like something else is going to betray you, so instead of waiting for it to happen, you just, you go and confront it head on so that it can just get out the way, so that it can just happen, so that the conversation can just begin. Instead of waiting to have the conversation, you're just going to go and do it. And it's going to put you into a 10 of Swords energy. But it's good because honestly, we've been stuck here. This 9 of Swords energy is not a joke. It's been here for a long time. And if we're thinking about ancestral energy, 9 of Swords is one of the ancestral things, generational healing that we are bringing, that's coming to a forefront during this era on Earth. During all of the lifetimes of the people who are the ancestral healers, which most people are at this point, are doing something, trying to do something to heal your ancestry. We're getting out of the 9 of Swords. We're getting into the 10 of Swords, which is ultimately, in my opinion, a better place to be because it tells us that it's over, rather than waiting and just kind of lingering in this space of pain. It's over now with the 10 of Swords, but we're not there yet. We're at the 9 of Swords. Are you willing to let all of these knives go in your back? It's not happening behind your back. It is, but it's not. You're aware. Spirit's going to let you have this pain with awareness. They're going to let you experience this ending with awareness. This isn't a tower moment where, everything suddenly falls apart and you had no clue it was coming. This is full understanding. You know how you got here. You know why this is happening. You let this happen. This is like Spirit's carrying the sword, and I actually almost feel like Spirit's going to be the one to put it in your back instead of having it be a person or a situation or a job or a corporation or something. I feel like Spirit's putting this last knife in your back to put you into the Ten of Swords, but that's you there with the sword. That's your higher self. There with that sword going in with Spirit. This is a co-created experience. This is a collaborative event. You entering the Ten of Swords, that's you and Spirit working together. Spirit's like, can I do this? You're like, yeah. And your higher self is going in to make sure that when you do get stabbed in the back and placed into this Ten of Swords energy, you're not alone. You're not without yourself. This is like soul retrieval. Because with your higher self being there on the sword, coming in to bring this energy into your life, they're giving you back a piece of yourself that was lost in this lingering state, in this state of suspension, stuck in the Nine of Swords. This is what you need, because all around you is ungrounded energy. All around you is stuck energy. It's stuck and blocked in the root chakra. It's stuck and blocked in the throat chakra. And it's making it very, very, very difficult to see through, to see with clarity, to understand what's happening, to have a vision forward. You're stuck in this emotional state of suspended grief and just waiting for things to finally come down. It's like being able to sense, it's like the energy of paranoia. You're able to sense that there are all these things coming around you, almost coming for you. You can sense there's an ending. You can sense that there's a pinnacle. You're reaching a peak, but it's not happening. And the longer it takes to happen, to just finally let the other shoe drop, the more and more you go into this deep state of paranoia and anxiety and depression. Because it's just like you feel crazy, but you're not crazy. I don't know what I actually want to understand, because I know exactly what this energy feels like. This is a collective reading, so I relate. And I want to understand, why hasn't the other shoe dropped on its own? Why aren't we able to move into the Ten of Swords energy on our own? Like, what is this? What is delaying the Ten of Swords to the point where now, Spirit, you have to come in and put it in ourselves, put it in the back ourselves and our higher self and the ancestors? What's delaying? What has it been that's delayed this Ten of Swords? That's delayed the other shoe from dropping? Oh shit, I forgot that wind is a thing. Okay, hold on. What is this about? What is this? Seven of Wands. Prince of Wands. Oh, Princess of Wands. She's so cute. Okay, what I'm getting is that the reason why we've been stuck in this suspended state in the Nine of Swords, unable to move into the Ten of Swords energy, is because of magic that's been worked from the beyond. Magic that's been casted from the beyond, spells that have been casted to leave us in states of suspension. If we're thinking about like our ancestry, because yeah, you could say there's individual people that are, delaying your life or whatever the fuck. But when we're thinking on a grander scale, this is like, this is magic beyond our comprehension, beyond the realms of earth. This is magic coming from within the darkness, within the great beyond, within the great expanse. And I'm not actually sure that it's all negative. But that's like, I don't think it comes necessarily from a bad place, like this state of suspension. I just think it's the way that the magic played out once it landed, once it found itself grounded in this atmosphere. I think it played out in a way that created confusion and it clogged the energy. I also don't think that people understand just how much magic has already worked on Earth, to the point when you add in more and more and more, even if it's unintentionally directed towards Earth, but once it hits this energetic playing field, it is everything becomes warped, and intention becomes skewed if you're not here to control it, you know? And it's kind of like magic flying out on its own, spells being cast out on its own, and it's reverberating. And whoever these spellcasters are, these magicians are, they're not here to accompany their magic to its final destination to make sure that it is received and retrieved as it was meant to be, to make sure it shows up in the way that you sent it. And so we have all of these warped visions and warped expressions of spells and magic coming into our energetic atmosphere and creating chaos and confusion and delays. And it's very hard to combat, especially when where it comes from is kind of unknown. Like, whoever it is that's working all of this magic, and I don't really feel like it's from human beings, they're unknown to us, at least. Oh, there's the Ten of Swords. Yeah, they're unknown to us. And I don't think they're necessarily a bad person, but we're not the only ones here, you know? It's not just humans. It's not just Earth beings. It's not just Earth. There's a whole other groups, all these other creatures, all these other beings that are also the children of spirit, right? And they're all doing their thing too, and we're all affected by each other. Who knows how other planets and other creatures are affected by Earth and Earth beings and the magic that we work and what we're going through on this planet. But yeah, and so it's like spirit kind of has to come in now and make things right, because I just don't think there's anything we would have been able to do anyways. But here we have the Ten of Swords, and in the Ten of Swords, that magician, the power center is revealed. Here we have the Ten of Swords. Look at how much more freeing that energy is compared to the Nine of Swords. It's a release. It's a total release, and it's very, very needed. Thank God. Okay. Yeah, and it begins a new beginning. A new beginning, which is exactly what people need right now. Oh my God, it's so hot. This is crazy. My back hurts too. You want me to talk about this magician? Who's this magician? Okay, this is interesting. Not us getting extraterrestrial messages. Okay, because like I said, I don't think this sorcerer is from Earth. Are we talking about other planets right now? It's like giving Mercury, it's giving Saturn. But this magician, who are they? What is this magician energy? This Magus energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Trying to bring change, wishing on a star. Okay, that's what I was saying. I don't think, so it's interesting, right? Because it's like when you're trying to help, but you can't, because you don't have all the information. You don't have access to all the information. I feel like this Hermit card and the Magician, it's the same person. And I feel like this energy, they're the ones that have been responsible. It could be a collective of beings. I think they're the ones that are responsible for sending this magic out into the universe, and out into the atmosphere, out into the great expanse of outer space. And I feel like they work to bring balance. I feel like they work to bring balance and maintain the cosmos and make sure that all of like the elements of outer space are in alignment, that there's enough magic warping around, that there's enough energy in the in the realms and all of the different realms, and that there's like a diversity of space, of spirit, um, spread out throughout the cosmos. But I think that what they were trying to do was actually help Earth. Because if you look at this staff, the energy um, that comes from it is radiating all the way out. And I think it's radiating with intention. I think they were meaning to be helpful. The only problem is that they don't have direction. And you know what the thing is too? It's because I think that they could sense and they could see that we were stuck in this 9 of swords. We have again and again 9 and 1, 9 and 1, 9 and 1. We have the Hermit card, number 9. We have the Magician card, number 1. We have the 9 of swords. We have the Ace of swords. We have the 10. 9 and 1, 9 and 1, 9 and 1. Yeah, I think that they could sense, okay? I think that they could sense that there was something happening on Earth and there was this 9 of swords energy. I think they could sense the grief and they could sense the need for healing, and they tried to bring that energy towards the planet. I think this comes from a place of love, actually, which is it's so crazy, but I think this comes from a place of love, which is actually very, that should feel good. You know, I just saw the 9 of Cups. They were trying to help. It's just that Earth is complicated, and right now the cosmos are complicated, so energy doesn't transfer through with its full integrity intact. You know, things get warped. But I think they were trying to help. What is this King of Swords trying to say? I wonder who these people are. They might not be people, but I wonder who these beings are. Because they're magical. They are like they're sorcerers, and they're not from Earth. They're from a different planet, and they've been trying to help. But they didn't have direction because they're working purely with the magical, and they're forgetting that Earth is a very conscious state and also a very grounded state. So they're forgetting about the different elements that would come in and warp their magic, right? Because swords energy is air energy. And and look at how much air is on the planet Earth. I mean, it's literally the way that we survive. And when you're sending a bunch of fire energy, your pure magical energy, casting a bunch of spells and sending it out into the atmosphere, hoping it to reach Earth and hoping it to help break these binds that are happening within the collective because of 9 of Swords energy, but you don't have the full awareness of all of the different elements interacting on Earth. You can't prepare for the way that your messages will be warped. That's why it's so important that you don't just go casting spells here on this planet without listening to your spirit guides, listening to your ancestors, and understanding how to work with the different elements. Shit can go astray. They can go really wrong really quickly. That Princess of Pentacles is out. She is out. This kind of feels like a love story. I'm not going to lie to you. This kind of feels like a love story. Whoever these people are, whoever these hermits are, whoever these magicians, these sorcerers, these hermits are, I think they have a very special relationship with the Earth being collective. I think they share a love. Oh my God, I think they're married. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, so I was watching. So there is this woman. She's incredibly gifted. Her name is Sister Myra. Sister Myra. C-Star Myra. I can't remember the rest of her name. But she's an incredible gift to humanity, and she's been doing this work for a very long time. She was on the Spirit Doula, Professor Melanie's channel, and she was talking about the end of time and where this great shift. I can't remember what it was called. Just go on the Spirit Doula, Professor Melanie's channel, YouTube channel, and look up Sister Myra, C-Star Myra, and you'll find her. And then, and this video about time or dimensions or something, this great shift, it was happening around, around 12/12/21 last year sometimes, or last year. God, such a long time ago now. But she was talking about Daughter Earth and how Daughter Earth is ascending now, and as she ascends, she's getting ready to be able to enter into a marriage, enter into into a wedding with this other, like the Prince of Sirius. I can't remember where it was, but Earth is basically getting married. That was the energy. I didn't finish the reading. I'm literally gonna have to now because I'm like, there's clearly a connection here. But this shit has been foretold. This has been foretold. Like, we've known that this is like a prophecy coming true right now, you guys. We're literally living out the manifestation of a prophecy right now, because there's a marriage, there's a union coming together, and the people, the beings of the other side, like basically our in-laws, have been trying to work their magic to help Earth ascend, to help Mother Earth. But because obviously they are not Earth, they don't understand everything. So the magic's been warped a little bit, but it comes from good intention. And remember what we were talking about before? Intention is all that really matters. That's why Spirit is coming through with this Ace of Swords to help, because the intention and the power from them just trying to take care of Earth beings, a collective that they don't even, they have ties to, they have stakes within, but still, it comes from a place of love. That intention is what is bringing in this massive shift and this massive new beginning, getting the Earth being collective out of the Nine of Pentacles state, Nine of Swords state into the Ten of Swords. Oh shit, maybe even out of Nine of Pentacles to Ten of Pentacles. Like, it feels like the shift is going to be quick. And Swords energy is quick. And that's why it was so weird that it was moving so slow. There was so much stagnancy. But, there's been a lot that's been happening. But the same way that their energy worked to kind of create this cloudiness and this confusion in the energy, Spirit saw the intention of that and is now coming through and clearing the way, with our permission, to bring in this ending so that we can also reach this ascension. Holy fuck. Yeah, and in the middle of this, like, the people bring this together is the universe and Spirit. It's the universe and Father Consciousness. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. It's Father Consciousness and Mother Universe. Big Mama. You have to watch this reading. It's not a reading. You have to watch this lesson from C-Star Myra and Professor Melanie. Like, this is the manifestation. It's happening right now of what she was talking about. I never got to finish because I was babysitting when I watched that video, and I got distracted. My sister came home and all that, but I'm seeing it right now. Like, it's happening. Okay, and that's so funny because look at how many, like, UFO, like, random objects in the sky have been showing up this past week. Shit's coming together. And I don't know if that's connected, but it's just like, whenever you start to see things reflecting a deeper truth showing up in your reality, it's a sign that it's close. Like, for me, I filmed this video yesterday talking about about the need to let go of rage. Not let go, like, get rid of it, but let go of the shame around having it, especially Black women as healers, and begin to call people out and check people and not just, rise above, because that's bullshit. Your shadow is here to protect you. Let your shadow protect you. I was making a video about that. And then I watched this other video completely saying the exact same thing. And it was just a moment of such beautiful alignment. And all this week we've been experiencing, I've been experiencing in my own life, moments of just pure mirroring, pure alignment. And it's just so weird. And then my sister's been experiencing it, and my mom's experienced it. And I've seen the Black Collective here in Tulum. We're talking about it. It's like, it's a thing, okay? So things are coming together. Things are merging into one. There's this marriage happening. There's this union happening at a grand level. I have to send this. I'm going to send this to Professor Melanie and see what she thinks, because I'm shocked right now. I'm shocked right now. This is again another lesson around being willing to receive help and the power of community. Oh, and I was thinking about that earlier today. Community is so important. Community is so important. First of all, understanding that you will always be the student. There's always somebody that knows more to you. There's always something that somebody else has to offer you. If I had my ego up my ass and I didn't want to listen to other teachers and I didn't want to accept there were things that I didn't know or understand, I would not be able to share this message in the way that I'm sharing it. Maybe I would have still been sensing something, but I'm now able to provide a deeper context and connect us with other people who also understand these and understand it way more deeply than I do, who have been studying this for years, because we're willing to learn, we're willing to be the student. So this is also that energy. Remember, and I was talking, I wasn't talking about this with you guys. I was doing a reading for somebody and I was talking about this. But here's the Nine of Pentacles. Remember we mentioned that? There's this energy of not being ashamed of being the princess, not being ashamed of being the daughter, because you have to be the daughter before you can become the mother, before you can become the crone, before you can become the queen, you have to be the princess. You have to be the queen before you can become an empress, and you have to be the queen in all these different states. You have to be Nine of Pentacles before you can become Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. You have to go through judgment before you can experience the universe. And that judgment is also all about community, acknowledging all that it has taken to get you to where you are, and acknowledging the way that everybody in your life contributed in one way or another to getting you to this pinnacle, to getting you to this climax. It's funny because this tree that I'm seeing in this card is a tree that I've seen a few times now as I've walked, and it's like the marriage of two trees that came together, and now they create this big beautiful tree just on a sidewalk, and it feels like that. This feels very powerful. This feels very powerful. This feels like I can't really even explain what kind of love this is, but this is a divine love, and this is a divine caretaking, and it's so fucking funny because for some reason in my subscription page on YouTube, I clicked there, and a reader that I haven't watched in so long, but I love, and she was a part of the beginning of my journey, Judgment, helped me get to where I am now, Kino Tarot. She posted a soulmate reading, and it wasn't just a regular soulmate reading. She was talking about, does your soulmate know of you? Does your soulmate feel you too, feel this connection too? And this is what it's feeling like between the Hermit and, can you see each other? Are they looking at each other? Yeah, they are. The Hermit and the Princess of Pentacles. There's all this shit in between, but we feel each other. And that's what it feels like between Earth and whoever this other, whatever this other planet or like star system is. I can't remember what Sea Star Myra said. I'm so annoyed. I can't remember who they said was the one that Earth is going to be getting connected to, married to, but it's like that with Kino Tarot's reading, and I'm gonna watch it because at this point I'm wondering if she's channeling this connection too. This is not anything. This has something to do with us. Like as Earth beings, we're gonna feel the effect of this marriage, and I bet that we're all gonna be entering marriages or unions too because of it. And this is so funny because I said that I don't think my soulmate's on this planet. I said that. I don't think they are. I feel like Spirit is about to send me an alien, and they don't need to tell me that they're an alien, but I'm going to believe that they are from this other star system. That's where the people are coming from. I don't feel like my soulmate, maybe my soulmate is here and I'm just being annoying, but I feel like they're not. I feel like they're probably somewhere else and they're gonna come here, and we're literally experiencing a massive, massive shift in our experience as Earth beings and in sharing. We're about to share some space. But anyways, yes, I feel like what's happening right now is what happens between soulmates. When you feel each other, you can feel that something's going on this other side. You can't put any name to it. You can't put a place. You can maybe barely put a state to it, a place to it, but you sense each other. And that sense pulls everything closer together, and it builds and it gets stronger the more that you continue to look in the direction of this feeling, of this emotion. It's incredibly powerful. It's so beautiful. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that this is what we were talking about today? Like, oh my God. It's happening. When? When? Oh my God. What does that even mean? Like, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. We have the High Priestess here. We have the Empress here. We have the Hermit here. We have Judgment here. Like, are you kidding me? Four of Torches, Four of Wands, marriage energy. Come on. King of Swords here. We have the Magician here. Like, come on. And it's this Hermit and this Princess of Pentacles. I feel like these are the energies that are wedding. And it's funny because the Hermit card is represented by what? Virgo. Earth energy. Literally an earth sign. And also, like, I think the Virgo astrological sign. Actually, no. The Virgo astrological sign isn't. Is it? Is it Earth? No. No. Because don't Virgo and Scorpio basically have the same sign. But Earth energy. And Virgo is really known as, like, Eve energy. And so you carry that within you. You totally carry that within you. And all earth energy also carries this sorcerer energy within it because, I mean, the ultimate creator, earth, is such a creative energy, such a magician. But we have this high priestess energy on our side too. And it's like all of the witches are picking this shit up. We all know this is happening. And it's like, it feels like this is the universe and consciousness, father air, which is what she was talking about. She said it's father air, father consciousness, mother universe, big mother, big mama, prince sun, the son of fire, the prince of fire, the sun, and then daughter earth. But this is the universe, the empress and the king of swords, father consciousness and big mama, working together to bring this union together. Oh my God, and there's the sun. And the sun is also my yes card, so I'm taking that. I'm taking it as a yes. That is so crazy to me. This is so exciting. This is a very, very exciting and fruitful time. Like, I know that we started off with the 9 of swords, but like there's literally nothing to worry about. Like, we're witnesses at this point to something much bigger than ourselves that is happening. And there's so much reason to celebrate. And that's why I've been seeing 444, because there's a shift in the home. There's a shift in the foundation. Like, families are coming together. That's why soul family, it's been coming out so often. And it's because, like, unions between soul families are happening now at a even grander scale, because there's this energy of coming together in the cosmos. Like, this shit is insane. I'm really, really happy. I'm so happy. This is so amazing. I can't even, like, what in the world? Yeah, Persephone with the new beginnings and the pomegranate. What does the pomegranate symbolize? I can't remember. I'm just looking at the high priestess and it made me think of Persephone because I saw pomegranates. I love that card, the high priestess card. This was foretold. We're literally witnessing a prophecy coming true. Like, something is you guys, this is kind of crazy. Like, this is very exciting. Not us literally being in a magical world. I mean, we are, but isn't it sometimes hard to remember or really believe yourself because of just the way that life be? But, like, literally, the high priestess and the moon, there's this union of selves. 10 of Pentacles. What did I say? 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. Shit. Come on now. And you don't have to do it alone anymore. We're not going to have to do it alone. Y'all better get comfy with the aliens. There's nothing to be afraid of. Not if you ask me. You should, oh my God, and here's the 9 of Cups. You should really only be afraid of aliens if you know that you're an asshole and that you plan on being mean. Otherwise, mind your business and let it do what it do. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. I really, really don't. I really, really don't. Okay, I want to keep out certain cards because they're our main energy. So I want to keep out the Princess of Pentacles. I'm going to go ahead and, I mean, that 9 of Swords, you can stay out if you want, but I'm keeping out the Hermit and the Princess of Pentacles and the King of Swords and the Empress and this High Priestess card. Everything else, yeah, I'll put away. And it's so funny that, oh my God, you know what else is funny? That when it comes to representing this couple, we have the Princess of Pentacles and then the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is major arcana, and Princess of Pentacles is minor arcana. But Princess of Pentacles is earth energy, and it's beyond the number set. At this point, we're getting into the family dynamic, and you have the daughter Earth literally right here, and then you have major arcana, but this is earth energy still. I wonder if this is a union of selves. Like, I wonder if there was a point in which because I can't remember the planet or the cosmos, the star system that Sister Mara said that this energy represented. I want to say like Sirius, but I don't remember, so I don't want to say for sure. But this energy, I wonder if at one point in the cosmos, Earth and this energy were one. Because that's kind of what I feel like, especially with seeing that moon card come out. I kind of feel like at one point these energies were one. And that's why the tether is so strong. That's why there's such a connection. And that's why there's this marriage, this reunion, this coming back together again. And it doesn't mean they're ultimately different systems and ultimately will create a whole new experience. Of course they will. But I wonder if they do share a very deep resonance, or they share like a main ancestor. Especially with this high priestess, it feels like a coming home, a coming into your deepest self. That's what it feels like, an awakening, an alignment with your broader truth. That's what it feels like. And this feels especially impactful for Earth, like finally, like a final coming home, like finally you've made it back. That's what it feels like. And it feels like Earth, like daughter Earth, our mom, has been working or waiting for this for a very long time. For a very long time. This feels very special. It feels very special. And I think that there are probably moments where she was even questioning, like, is this about to happen or not? But ultimately, that her gaze never turned. Ultimately, she never stopped looking. Ultimately, she never stopped dreaming. And like, it's happening now. It's happening now. I'm gagged. I'm so happy right now. I don't even know what this really means. Like, what could that possibly, what is happening? What's gonna happen? I don't know. Everything, all good things, all things that are meant to happen. Because we've got the universe watching over us, and we have consciousness watching over us. You guys really do need to watch Professor Melanie at this point, because all that I've been talking about recently are built off of her lessons. Like when I was talking about going from the conscious to the unconscious to the subconscious, that's from her lesson. It's from one of the first videos that I watched from hers a couple weeks ago. And now look at the way that her messages are so important to what I'm reading. Like I don't know what I would be saying if I hadn't watched her videos. I don't think I'd be delivering as a profound of a message. Like, I'm getting into shit that I don't usually, I go broad and I talk about, oh, here's 888. It's the end of a cycle. We've been seeing that too. I'm telling y'all. But I go broad, but I've never had this type of information before. And this comes from being willing to be a student, being willing to learn. If your Sagittarian energy is balanced enough, it's understanding you can only be a teacher if you're also a student. And it's that energy of wanting to learn. And it's funny that this is happening around the Pisces new moon. Like, of course it is. Of course it is. And it's funny because I got this download. I was meditating, and I don't know if this is specifically for me, if I need to keep this to myself, or if I should say this. Let me just go ask. Breaking from the reading for a minute. Ancestors, can I share that message that I got yesterday around the vows? Okay, yes. Okay, so yesterday I got this download while I was meditating, that there was like a wedding, and it was about me because I was talking about how I could heal and balance my heart chakra and my throat chakra because I have a lot of stuck rage from past lives, from ancestral stuff that I need to release, but that I need to let go of. But I've been struggling with understanding how to. So I've been trying to ask every day how I can move myself forward and get rid of this and heal this energy, heal these blockages. And I got this message around this vow renewal, this wedding, and it felt more so like a wedding of self. And it's funny because remember I was saying Princess of Pentacles and Hermit, I feel like it's almost a coming home to yourself. I feel like they share a deep ancestry, a deep resonance, like they're twin flames. This feels like twin flame, in a healthy way, not in the crazy way. But yeah, I was getting this message around a vow renewal, and it was sometime in Pisces season, like around March 9th, because it was a waning gibbous moon that this energy was going to be when I needed to do this ceremony. And the colors green and red were very important. Wearing green and finding a red ring, and writing your vows from the feminine to the masculine, and then the masculine to the feminine, writing vows towards each other, and then doing this like sacred ritual of union and marriage within self. And I wasn't sure if that was ultimately going to extend into a connection beyond me, with somebody else, and hopefully, reconnecting with my soulmate. But yeah, I got this message of a wedding, of a union, and here, look, this Hierophant feels like the officiator, like the one marrying the two down here. And these two, don't they just look like the same person? Don't they just look like twins? It's giving, you guys, it's giving. And I feel like that wedding energy is connected. I feel like maybe around March 9th, around the waning gibbous moon in Pisces season, there's going to be, like, we're going to feel this merging, this wedding energy, this union energy very strongly. And that might be a great time to do your own ritual of vow renewal within yourself. Because, yeah, I don't even, know what to say. This is kind of crazy. It's so exciting, though. I'm so happy. I could not be happier. Like, what? And the Hierophant is Taurus energy, Tauran energy, which is also Earth energy. But yeah, that Hierophant looks like the officiator of this wedding. It feels like there's like a huge union. Like, this is big for the cosmos. This is big for all of us. This is not just, big for Earth beings. This is big for everyone. This is a shift. This is a major shift. And I almost want to say, because we've all been feeling like something big is happening, something big is going to happen for so long, I feel like, I don't want to say like this is it, but I feel like this could be, like, I feel like we're going to feel this. And not just like in our spirit, like grounded on earth. This is going to be felt. Something is coming. For real, for real. Something has to be coming. Like, what is this? Like, I'm too calm right now. I want to be freaking out, but I'm actually at peace. I feel very peaceful about this. What is this Two of Swords talking about? It's almost like the divine, like, deciding when to cut the cord, or when to release this into the cosmos, release this union into the cosmos. It's like an invisible cord, and the divine's just waiting, and once they do, everything will spiral. It's like the birth of a new universe. It's the birth of a new age. It's the birth of a new universe. Because if you could imagine that between there's like an invisible tether or an invisible cord here that only the divine can see, it's like once they cut this, all these planets are going to like go spiraling out, and it's going to be like the birth of a new universe, just like the Big Bang. and like suddenly, everything explodes and like a nebula and blah, 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 and you create the cosmos, you create this universe, you create this star system. It's giving that energy, like the birth of something completely new. Moving into, it's like if we had only ever had the root chakra, if you had been a state of existence where only the root chakra had ever existed, now here comes the sacral chakra. Like, imagine that kind of shift. Oh my God, a while ago I was talking about, like if you'd only ever experienced a root chakra, or if the sacral chakra had not yet been made, and then suddenly Spirit's like, here's this new energy center. And with that, of course, comes the existence and the experience and creation of a whole entirely new system. But a while ago, I was picking up, it was when I was feeling this other shift that was happening. Maybe the same damn shift that's just been delayed and delayed and delayed. But, I mean, timing is always divine. But it was when I was talking about how, imagine what it was like to experience fire for the first time. Like because you experience it as an energy, but imagine the first time you experienced it manifested. Imagine the first time that human beings learned how to create fire, and how that changed everything. That changes everything, because that's the first creation that is manifested. Fires begin on their own, natural fires, but imagine if you had never seen that before, and then you see that for the first time. Or imagine you learn how to do that on your own for the first time. You learn that you can do that. It changes everything. That's a major world shift. It's a huge major world shift, and it changes everything forever, because our relationship with fire becomes very different. Our relationship with water and air and earth are so unique because it doesn't come from us. It can't be created by us. You can't create the earth creates. You can't create air. The air is air. It comes from the earth. You can't create water. Water is and always has been from the very beginning, before the beginning. But fire you can create. That's a huge shift in the experience of being a creator yourself. It puts you into that God consciousness. And I feel like there is some type of shift that's coming that's similar, that's on that grand of a scale. And it's based in love. And because of the lessons that we've had and the journeys we've had to go through, in understanding power that comes with creation, that comes with the sacral chakra, that comes with taking feminine energy out of its own independence and putting it into a space where you're utilizing it for your own good or for your own expansion, because of all the hard lessons that we've had to learn around that, I feel like this is going to be really good and very different, especially because what's happening all across the world. Everyone's awake. Everyone. You're not. There's no one that's not. I don't believe that anymore. You could be in denial, but everyone's up. Everyone's up now. And there's no going back. Once you know what you know, you know what you know. Shit. I'm so excited. And you know that there's an ascension happening, because the only non-arcana, major arcana, and head of the royal house is the Princess of Pentacles, Daughter Earth. She's the only one. If we get the Queen of Pentacles coming out, that'll just be extra confirmation. But everything else here is major arcana or the King of Swords, which is basically, like, if there were major arcana of the minor arcana, it would be the kings and the queens. Maybe even the pentacles. 5 of Cups. What is this grief? And I feel like the thing about this, as is with all things, we're not going to see it coming. Like, I feel like we're going to be here grieving our shit because we're in the Nine of Swords right now. Remember, that's where we began this reading. So we're going to be here working through our own shit, our own emotional turmoil, our own strife, looking at all that has ever been, all that's been lost, all that's existed. And we're not going to see this massive shift occurring. And the world already feels like chaos. I feel like everything Not everything happens for a reason, but in this case, it feels like everything is happening for a reason. The reason we're in such a state of chaos, the reason why everybody is feeling like I'm being spiritually attacked and all this shit, is because we need to be preoccupied. Preoccupied, so that spirit, so that the universe, that consciousness can get to work and let all these things happen. And we need to be busy doing our own little healing stuff. And in a state of humility also, to be able to appreciate the magnitude of what this experience means. But I feel like this is like, it's a wish fulfillment, it's love, it's union, it's community coming in after a long, long, long dark night of the soul. Long, long, long dark night. But this is like, it's pure magic. I can't even believe I'm witnessing this. Like, I'm saying all this, and yet, you know, I feel so at peace about it, to the point where I'm questioning whether I'm just like making shit up. And I know I'm not, but questioning whether this is real, you know? Like, am I just a really great storyteller or something? Or, you know, or have I just been hearing other teachers say things and then building upon it because that's how the brain works? Like, there's all these things that put me in a logical state that I'm just like, but I know deep down in my soul that this is for real. And I'll never be able to fully feel it until it really happens, and then fully be able to sink into the fact that this is all true. But that's okay, because saying it is enough, and I've got the intention of love and truth behind it, and that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. You don't need to fully believe. You believe in something, which is all you need. If you believed in nothing, then you'd be in a bit of a sticky situation. But you believe in something. There's all this water energy, all these cups, 3 of cups, 2 of cups, 9 of cups, 5 of cups. The 7 of cups just wanted to come out. There's a lot going on. We're surrounded by, that's so funny. We have Father consciousness here, then we have the universe, the subconscious, and then we're surrounded by water. Which in this realm, I mean, in the space of this reading, I'm wondering right now if we're in the unconscious state. It's so funny because all my dreams recently have been so direct, and like spirit and my ancestors, my spirit guides have just been like, come on, believe in yourself. Oh, here's the King of Cups, who was actually in the very beginning of our reading, has been telling me to just go forth with the idea that I have. I want to lead a guided meditation where we're beginning to awaken the subconscious energy and explore it. And I was going to talk about the rage, but I also want to talk about this union energy, and I want to see if I can get us as a group, whoever shows up, to tap into this union energy that's going on, and maybe even communicate with our like in-laws. See what's going on in that other star system, which means I need to go back and watch that reading, that message, that lesson, that speech that Sister Myra gave. But yeah, I feel like the water right now is representing the unconscious, and it's all these emotions coming up, and that's why ancestral healing is so important right now. It's all these things that we just don't understand where it's coming from, and it's because it's not just coming from us. We're moving deeper into that state of oneness. We're becoming more telepathic, like shit is happening. It's very, very good, and we're moving into water season, Pisces. I think it's the end of the astrological year. Like, are you kidding me? Something big is going on, you guys. And the number 3, Pisces is the number 3, Sun card. Yes. Pisces is the number 3, 369. That's also been a huge pattern. 9 here, 3 here, 6 has been coming out. Oh, I feel like so, like, not spooked, but kind of. Like, whoa, like what does this mean? I don't know. I'm not even going to try and pretend like I can fully understand this, or like I even fully believe myself. I'm just letting it flow. You don't need to fully believe it. You just need to have some type of faith. That's all you need. That's all you need. and we're not going to see it coming. Even as we're saying this, we're not going to see it coming. And that's because we're going to be entering into our own unions. Because, you know, you're only as strong as your foundation. You're only as strong as the energy backing you. We need to show up for Earth, okay? When we go and we meet this other side and we come into union, we need to make sure we have our shit together. Do not embarrass our Earth. Do not embarrass the Mother Earth, the Daughter Earth. Do not embarrass her. We need to have our shit together. We need to be in union. We need to be awake. We need to be working on our stuff. We need to be in love. We need to be supporting each other. We need to be going after our dreams, tapping into our magic, understanding all the realms, all that shit. We don't need to be perfect, but we need to be open to the journey and very vulnerable and willing to express ourselves, willing to be connected, willing to be in union. And those that aren't can go ahead and stay behind. But those of us that want this need to be willing to put all the pride to the side, and just be fully engaged in our life, in our experience with all of the elements, so that we can really show up for Earth. Oh my God, and there's Queen of Cups. Look at this. Queen of Cups, Princess of Cups, King of Cups. Yes. I was just telling another woman in a reading that she's mastered the water elements, and it's giving me this energy, like, of mastery all around, though, that's coming through, especially, though, of the unconscious. If we master the unconscious, we're moving into the subconscious state. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Like, come on now. Is that the Prince of Cups? It is. Like, come on now. Full soul family unions. Like, you're meeting your people. You think you've met your people? You haven't. No, okay, sorry. You might have met your people. But you're meeting more. Like, the deepest you can go, the deepest that you don't even talk about because you don't even think that's real. That's happening. That's happening. And all the elements know. This isn't just for human beings. Creatures all around are feeling this. The trees are feeling this. The water's feeling this. The sea life, the marine life is feeling this. All the animals are feeling this. The air is feeling this. The birds are feeling this. The clouds are feeling this. The sun is feeling this. The universe is feeling this. The earth is feeling this. We're all feeling this. All the energy's feeling this. AI is feeling this shit. We're all feeling it. We're all feeling it. I'm going to try and do, I'm going to see if I can do a reading with, and see if we can talk to some people on that side. Some of the creatures, the beings on that other side in the other star system that we're about to be in union with. I want to see if we can connect. We're about to be cousins. I want to see, but I'm really excited. It's Pisces season. This season is going to be very important. Very important. Anyways, the universe. Whoa, okay. I'm really just looking for sacred marriage, but I am just going to, or we might even see Hecate. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Patience. Remember I was saying I'm not good with that. Ooh, Avalon Priestess, intuitive awakening. It's giving the same as the high priestess energy. Intuitive awakening. And it's funny because Merlin showed up in a hypnotism session that I did yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and I was like, Merlin? But he showed up as my mentor. And now I'm like, oh my God, I need to learn more about the stars and about Avalon. I don't know anything about Avalon. I don't remember right now, but maybe I will. I'll just need to go do some research. But we have, and I was saying, like, all of these ancient societies, that, were pushed off as fictional, like Atlantis, Lemuria, Avalon, Apollo, divine messages. Come on now. All of these societies that were pushed off as fictional are also beginning to be grounded into the physical, into reality. We're beginning to remember that none of that shit was fake. All of this is very real. Same way sci-fi is not fiction. I mean, it's fiction if you call it fiction, but it's reality. Sci-fi is very real. Sci-fi is like the active manifestation of the future, and that's why we have to be careful with what kind of narratives we're spreading in science fiction, because that shit is always on point. But you control what kind of future you want, and if you don't want the robots to be evil and to attack you, then why are you telling that story again and again? Visionary, Imhotep, Aditi, expand your consciousness, Aphrodite, eternal love. Ogma, he's been coming out a lot, watch your words. Mawu, Lisa, balance, also cosmic power in this deck. Mawu, Lisa. And Namatona, safe space. Watch your words. It's really important, the stories that we're telling right now. If you're a reader and you're doing work right now, choose, Hathor, Soul Family. What kind of stories do you want to tell? What kind of messages do you want to bring forward? What do you want to talk about right now? What's important to you? The energy of manifestation, all that shit. Oh. Right behind watch your words, Mary Magdalene, sacred marriage. Right behind watch your words, because your words are bringing union with your intentions, and they're grounding into the manifestations of your reality. What do you want to be real? Oh my God, remember I was talking about pomegranates and I thought it was Persephone? It's Aphrodite. She was on the High Priestess, eternal love. She showed up in Hourglass by Jazz. She's also an incredible reader. There's so many. There's Queen Cup, there's Bahati Life, there's Professor Melanie, there's The Quietest Revolution, there's Universal Intuition, there's Kino Tarot, Esso Tarot, there's Lexi the Leo, there's She is the Sun Tarot. There's so many readers that I really, really love. There's another one. I can't remember, but her thingy, her picture is the Strength card in the tarot, in the Light Seers Tarot. There's so many gifted people right on the earth, and it's such a gift that we all just get to share this space together. I'm very, very grateful, but eternal love. And I'm telling you, that's why self-love is such a big thing right now, because when it's very important and it's like the thing of our universe, like we need self-love. But this union is also, it's a coming together of self. This is like the purest expression, the most divine, the most loving expression of twin flame for Earth and this other entity. I'm positive. Actually, I'm not positive, but I think so. I really do think so. Oh my God. But in order for this to happen, you need to face your shadow. Lilith. She said, you're not getting to do all this without doing the work. Do the work. That's what that 9 of Swords and that 10 of Swords is about. Because ultimately, remember, you get to make the decision. You want this sword in your back? It's going to hurt, but it's ultimately what needs to happen, and it's going to move you forward. The question is, do you want to move forward, or do you like being stuck here? Because sometimes the comfort zone is very comfortable. So comfortable that why even leave? Why move on when you can just stay here forever? Forever, ever, forever, ever. Forever never seems that long until you're grown. Okay, I think I'm done. So, that's the reading for today. Yeah. That's the reading for today. Watch your words. I'm going to go do some work and try and not be a punk and do the things that I need to do to move myself forward. Y'all do the same. Wish on a star. Talk to your ancestors. I'm really happy for us. It's really like, make those decisions. Let go of what needs to be let go of. Be brave. We've already been so brave that it just doesn't make sense to not take that final step. And the way this seems to be working, we're going to take that final step. You're going to let it happen. So if you can let it happen sooner than later, why not? Why not let that be? Look at that. the Ace of Swords, and the Magician. Don't be afraid of the truth. Okay, so that's it. I'm going now. Thanks for listening to this reading, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one. And hopefully we'll be expanding on whatever this is talking about, but we might just move on to something else, and then suddenly we'll experience a shift and we'll all be like, oh my god. But yeah, go check out so many people's channels. There's so many great readers who are all going to offer you really interesting perspectives, and do readings yourself. We all have something to say, and we all have something different to contribute that we can all learn upon, build upon. I was getting this message also yesterday during meditation that I need to do geometry or look at metric balance, and so I'm gonna go do that today and see what I can find. And do what you can to just be a part of this. Don't be passive, It's fun to engage and be a part of this movement. So give yourself the gift of being present in your own reality. Okay, bye.